Welcome to the Northern Tier Regional Business Service Team's Employer Spotlight. I am Brandy Morgan, a member of the Business Service Team at the Tioga County PA CareerLink. We'd like to welcome Melissa Sentiff, Executive Director from Tioga County Branch, Valley Regional YMCA, located in Mansfield, Pennsylvania, and our Trehab Workforce Development Director, Brianna Reppard, to review how employers can work with the PA CareerLink to fill skilled positions utilizing our free services. We will be spotlighting our Launch Summer Youth Program today. Let's get started. Melissa, could you tell us a little about Mansfield YMCA and how long you've been utilizing PA CareerLink employer services?
The YMCA has been serving the community of Tioga County for 12 years. And about 8 years ago, we were approached about participating in the Launch program. One of the major goals is youth development and providing services throughout all of the county. So we thought it was a perfect match. So we've been getting individuals who are looking to grow their job skills and getting a little knowledge through the program for the last, like I said, 8 years.
Awesome. And how did you first hear about PA CareerLink services?
Actually, it was started prior to me coming on. I've only been here 6 years, but I learned about it by Brianna coming in and actually presenting and saying, hey, you're new, do you want to continue? And so she came to us and we thought it was awesome. So we just continued to participate in it, and I thought it was an excellent program that met our strategic plan and our goals for serving the community.
Got it. And the last few summers, the YMCA has worked closely with the Launch Summer Youth Program to assist with providing those work experiences for summer youth. Brianna, could you tell us a little bit about Launch and how you work with the YMCA?
Absolutely. The Launch program is our workforce development program for young adults 16 to 24. We assist these individuals with a range of services, meeting them where they're at. So that could be helping them get their first job, connecting them with post-secondary education or training, obtaining their GED, gaining work experience or skills, and linking them to an internship or starting their career. We have career advisors that can evaluate and discuss what their goals are and help them create a plan. Summer is our busiest time for Launch. This is where we have a majority of our internships as well as our summer youth employment program. So in Tioga County, Mansfield YMCA has been able to offer both levels of those experiences. For many years, they've hosted entry-level positions for young adults that are just starting out in their first job, gaining those soft skills, such as showing up on time, doing tasks as assigned, taking initiative, communicating with their supervisors and peers. But most recently, the YMCA in Mansfield was able to host an internship where the responsibilities and expectations were higher to enrich the young adults at the post-secondary level, taking on a leadership role and setting them up for future success and also valuable professional relationships.
Thank you for that. And Melissa, could you provide us with an example of a success story using the Launch Summer Youth Program?
Yes, we had one individual who was a young man who came to us who he just was exemplary. He showed all of those soft skills. He showed the initiative, he showed the incentive, he showed the interaction of not only working with our members and the children that we were serving, but our parents, and even being out in the community and representing and educating people about what the YMCA is and that we're here. And it was so successful that the following year we hired him for our camp counselor. And he was with us for a couple of summers until he went away to college. And in fact, we only lost him this year due to the fact that he got a coveted spot on a very highly competitive internship in Williamsport in the field that he is studying. So we wished him well, we'd support him. And believe me, if he walked through the door right now and wanted to come back, I'd hire him like that on the spot. He was that awesome. And he shared with us later that the reason he got the internship above everybody else was because of the skills that he learned through Launch and here at the YMCA. So that to me is a huge success.
It's a really great story. So next, let's hear from the participants' perspective about their experience with launch. All right, so thank you so much for joining us today, Josh. Can you tell us when and how you first became involved with launch?
Yes, so I originally, my first job out of when I was in high school was as a lifeguard. And I did that for a summer and it was fun, but it wasn't my favorite thing. So then I started looking for other opportunities elsewhere. And my mom actually works over in the CareerLink building, and she told me about this awesome Trehab program. It's called Launch Now, but and what they would do, it's kind of like they find you something, and then you work for Trehab, but in a different facility. And one of the options was for the YMCA. And I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool, working with the summer camp program and something like that. So I signed up for that, and it was smooth sailing from there. I had a great time. It was an amazing experience. I loved working at the Y.
That sounds awesome. So after you were matched with the Mansfield YMCA, what was your role during their summer program? And then did you continue to work with the YMCA after you were in the launch program?
Yeah, so when I first got there through Trehab in the launch program, I was kind of just like a helper. I didn't have a whole lot of like major responsibility. It was more of like, oh, you're just helping with the summer camp counselors, taking some of the load off of the work that they have to do. And I guess I did such a good job. They absolutely loved me. They were like, oh, you once you turn 18, just drop your application off. We'll definitely look it over, and we'd love to have you back. So that's what I did. And I got rehired on, and I worked as the front desk clerk there for a while. And I also did their summer camp program for 2 years.
Fantastic. And it sounds like this was a really valuable experience for you. What would you say are the top skills you gained from your time in the launch program and working with the YMCA?
Yeah, so one of the top skills that I feel like I got from this experience was patience, especially working with their summer camp program. I mean, you're working with kids all day. You have to be able to keep your cool. You're definitely going to get frustrated. It's inevitable, but being able to remain calm and deal with situations is invaluable. Another great skill that I learned was people skills and communication, especially coming from Trehab. I wasn't really a formal employee of the YMCA per se, but being able to talk with them, network with them, get to know them, make friends with them, allowed me to continue my career with the YMCA through the into high school.
Awesome. Yeah, it feels like those were really good skills that you learned with them. And do you think that those skills that you gained during your time with launch and working at the YMCA benefited you later in your career after leaving the YMCA?
Oh, 100% yes. For example, my current position, I work as a sales and business analyst intern at Lycoming Engines here in Williamsport. And in the interview, they asked me about the summer camp program, and they asked me what my top skill that I gained from that was. And the answer I gave them, just like I gave you, was patience. And I feel like they loved that answer. And I think that's what landed me the job, because you have a lot of kids like coming out, they've only had one job. Maybe they've worked in fast food their whole high school career, and there's nothing wrong with that. But being able to get broad experiences, especially with something as like niche as summer camp and childcare, is just great for catapulting you into your future careers.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today to share about your experience with Launch and the Mansfield YMCA.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Melissa, can you tell us about the process of becoming a host employer for the Launch Summer Youth Paid Work Experience?
Yeah, it's very simple. Actually, Brianna reached out to us, but you can reach out to them, I'm sure. And all it is they will come and do an orientation with everybody. And they have the supervisors that will be in charge of the individual that will participate with the orientation along with me. We're required to put up a section in our office or an area that staff can have for displaying all of their boards, the regulations and requirements that are like state law for law and things like that. And then we have evaluations that are done both during the process and at the end of the process. And again, Brianna's right there. If you ever have any contacts or any problems, you reach out to them, and they're really great in getting back to you and addressing them. or you can, and she's always stopping in or emailing her. So.
Awesome. And Brianna, how can employers get in contact with the Launch Career Advisor if they are interested in hosting a paid work experience?
So an employer that's interested in hosting a paid work experience or internship, they would just need to reach out to their local PA CareerLink. We have BST representatives and job developers connected to all of our launch programs in all of the counties in the northern tier. So it's as easy as that, contacting and just seeing how you can pair up with a young adult in the program.
Got it. And some of the other PA CareerLink services used by the YMCA are job postings, labor market information, and job fairs. Another service we offer is on-site hiring events. Melissa, would you like to learn more about that process?
Yes, I would actually.
So we can provide space for employers to have a hiring event at our PA CareerLink office. So that's one of the no-cost services that is provided to our registered employers with PA CareerLink. If you are interested, you can coordinate a date and a time with the business service team member at your local office. We'll share the event details on our social media pages and with our in-office participants leading up to the event. And then the hiring event will also be prominently displayed at the top of the PA CareerLink website to reach additional participants that are using those services at home without coming into the office. We also we can coordinate a one-time hiring event. So if you're leading up to a busy hiring season and you'll need a lot of people, or some of our employers will set up a regular hiring event throughout the year, once a month or quarterly. It's just a really great opportunity to connect with a broader audience of job seekers that you might not otherwise reach. Melissa, if you were talking to another local employer, what would you say are the benefits of hosting paid work experiences or using PA CareerLink services?
The primary experience is the fact that you do get an employee. You get a staff person to help you fill a vacancy or a hole in the area that you need to help out. And you don't have a cost to it. But the most thing is I think that we get to help mentor and help somebody learn the skills and provide that service to them and hopefully grow that individual. Another thing that I think is really great is we participate in the mobile services here at the YMCA, where the CareerLink comes to us once a month, and you have a couple of hours where individuals can come in. And I know a couple of people over the last year have said they were so happy that it was here because they couldn't get to Wellsboro and that they didn't know what they'd do if they weren't. And I can tell on a personal note, they helped me with my resume and actually gave me some job advice for my son who was getting out of the service and helping there, which again, if it wasn't here, I would have never had the opportunity to do. So it was really wonderful. So if an employer is seeking to either be a host site or to have an individual, I don't see really any negatives. You might have them where they don't show up, but again, you work with Brianna and she'll help you address that. But we've never really had that. We've had excellent people come in, and they've been at times where we've been short-staffed. So it's been a wonderful situation for us.
Thank you so much for your time, Melissa, Brianna, and Josh. If your business or organization is interested in learning more about employment opportunities or services offered by the Tioga County YMCA, you can contact them at 570-662-2999. If interested in learning more about no-cost employer services through the PA CareerLink, please reach out to the business service team in your county with the provided contact information.